Hello, my name is Leroy Blevins. Welcome to Mysteries and Histories. In this video here, what I'm going to do, I want to talk a little bit about the eyewitnesses in the JFK assassination and why making a documentary on this, on the JFK assassination, is very important. Okay, because like last week, I was reading that Lee Harvey Oswald's brother, Robert Oswald, passed away. Okay, now if you look over this year, okay, so far, okay, when it comes to JFK assassination, we, lost this year. We lost a lot of great people, okay, but when it comes to JFK assassination, we hear like James Tague, he passed away this year, or was it last year? But he just passed away not too long ago. Then we have Jim Myers, which is a hell of a researcher. I give the guy high credits, good man and all. He passed away. And Sherry Fisher, which is another JFK researcher, which, I give her highly respects to, because they're great researchers, and God rest all their souls and stuff. And then we got Robert Oswald, just passed away here last week. Now, what gets me is people don't understand that the reason why I push, the GoFundMe account and trying to do this documentary is because we're never going to know their story now. Okay, just like Robert Oswald, okay? We're never going to really know his story. Yeah, he had interviews out there, but like I said, when it comes to doing interviews in a documentary or interviews and stuff, they're either, have scripted, written down for them to read from, or teleprompts for them to read from, or they do a lot of cutting here, cutting there. We're never going to get their full story, just like Robert Oswald. We really don't know what he went through. Okay, because remember, Lee Harvey Oswald was his brother. We don't know what he went through or his family went through, because of all this. What was his true feelings about this? What was his true feelings of what he actually thought, what took place that day? Okay, and does he know what took place that day? And just like this new information that I came up with and this new evidence I found, he would never know this now. Okay, because he's gone now. But that's the reason why I want to make this documentary and trying to get this documentary done, because people don't understand that when time goes by, there's only a handful, not even a handful of eyewitnesses left. Okay, most of them's gone when it comes to JFK assassination. Okay, we're never really going to hear their full story, because like I said, I was watching some of the videos of Robert Oswald and some other, eyewitness account stuff. You see little chop parts here, a little bit chop parts there. Okay, you're never going to get their full story. We're never going to know what they really felt like, or what was going through their mind, or who was they talking to during that time. What's the process that they went through when it came to the government, and asking questions like FBI, CIA, and all that stuff like that. We're really never going to know. Okay. And even eyewitnesses, okay, even eyewitnesses that stuff, and the ones that passed, they're never ever going to know what really happened that day. Okay, they're never going to know what happened that day. But we have the opportunity now, we have the chance to do this if we work together in this. Okay, that's why I've been pushing this GoFundMe account. And that's the reason why for the month of November, December, I'm taking my book royalties and I'm placing it into that as well, so people can understand how important this documentary needs to be done, how it needs to be made, because we need to know today. We don't need to wait another 15 years or 20 years down the road, or when they're going to release this documents or when they're going to release that documents, because as I pointed out, when they released the last documents now, when they released it, now there is going to be a bunch more stories. Now before they released it, and you'll see my video, and you'll even check out the date on it before they released the video, the new documents and stuff like that from the JFK assassination here last month. I stated that as soon as these documents is going to be released, what's going to happen is new stories are going to come out, new theories are going to come out, this and that. They're going to pick these things and pick one little frame out, one document, and take a couple lines out of it and says, here we go, this is what happened, this is what happened. We're going to add a lot more theories to it, which are going to put more false stories out there. Just like I was sitting there going over some of the stuff where they said J.D. Tippit is the one that actually assassinated JFK. Okay, See, that's what I'm saying. We're going to get more and more false stories on top of this when there's no evidence to show that J.D. Tippit shot JFK. Okay? They're going to keep on pushing that issue of Oswald being innocent, Lee Harvey Oswald being innocent. They're going to keep on pushing issues of this person shot JFK or that person shot JFK. Okay? That's what they're going to do, as time goes by, which, like I pointed out, and everything I've been pointing out when it comes to JFK assassination research was facts. And it came true. I could tell you something now that eventually is going to happen in the future, because you could tell how people are. You could tell how the reactions are because of all the false stories going out there. You take 100 years from now, they're going to look at the JFK assassination as a fiction story because of all the false claims going on out there, because they have nothing to back any of these claims that they're making. Any claims that's been made in the past, there is nothing to back it. There's no evidence to back it. The only evidence that you're going to find, any researcher that you're going to find in JFK assassination, that when he makes a claim or when they make a claim, they got evidence to back up, and that's the research that I put out. Because I said there's a gunman on the second floor of the county records building. I show you the image of the gunman. I show you him with his rifle, and I show you him firing from that location. I said there was a gunman on the rooftop of the county records building. Okay, I show you him taking shots, which we can see in the Zapruder film. I show you see him coming down, aiming his rifle, taking shots from that location. There's been a bullet casing found on the rooftop of the county records building. The manhole cover shots, which both of them can still be seen today, them lined up to the rooftop of the county records building. Okay, everything that I claim, I can back up by photographic evidence and by evidence in my research. That's the reason why I said we have to do this documentary. That's the reason why I look at these eyewitness accounts, okay, and you hear them talking. They don't know really what actually happened that day. Okay, they're just going to give you information of what they see or what they heard that day. And then you got to realize too, as the years go by, that these researchers come and talk to these eyewitness accounts, talk to these eyewitnesses, and they say, well, here's where the gunman was at. Tell them this and that. So now these eyewitnesses are going to say, well, yeah, the gunman was here. Why? Because that's what they was told. Okay, but there's no evidence there to show it. So see, now the eyewitness accounts are starting to have false claims they made in with it as well. It's not their fault, because they're only doing what they're told to say. Okay, that's all they're going to do. But I just want to make this video here. In the description down below, you're going to see a site where you can make a donation. Okay, like I said, you can donate $1, $2, or it doesn't matter. Every penny counts. Okay, every penny counts. I want to try to get this documentary done within June or July of next year. Okay, there is not that many eyewitnesses left now. Okay, I want to get their stories on tape. I want it to be fully documented. I want their whole story. I want to know what they felt that day. I want to know what was going through their mind and everything else. It has to be fully documented. Okay, it can't be just written down on a piece of paper and say, here you go. Okay, here it is right here. Because you could take that piece of paper, black out a few lines, add a few extra lines in there, type it up or whatever, and then the story is changed. You see what I'm saying? Or in a book. Now remember, when they do a book, they have editors there. They're going to do a lot of chopping here, a lot of chopping there, and they're going to say, well, you know what, that don't sound right. Okay, we're going to put this big old phrase in there now, because we're going to add a little bit more drama to it. We're going to add a lot more suspense to it, so we can sell this book. Okay, they're going to do all of this. They're going to add more into the story. They're going to, take a lot of that story out and throw it away. Okay, that's the reason in my research I don't do none of that. Okay, I write my own books. I post my own books. Okay, on Amazon, because I don't want no cutting. That's why I eliminated a publisher, because I don't want them to add a bunch of stuff in there that's not true. I don't want them to take out a lot of the evidence that I want to make sure that the public knows about and finds out about. Okay, that's the reason why I try to push this documentary. I go on Twitter. I post the site where people can make a donation. I go on Facebook. I post it time and time again on people can make a donation to it. I make my videos, and I made videos here recently before I went to surgery and everything else about this documentary. about the site and everything else. And if you look at my videos, you're going to see a site where you can make a donation to that, to that. And that's why I tell people, share the videos. Tell people about it. Okay, if they can't afford to put nothing in there, maybe someone else can. Because if you take, okay, I got on there, I need around $65,000. Okay, now a lot of people says, oh, $65,000, that's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but all that money is going towards making a documentary, because people don't realize that you have to buy high-tech stuff so you can get the full view of what actually happened that day. You got to pay people, okay? If Dallas, Texas, if they, when you close down the street, you got to pay them by the hour. And you got to pay the man to block off the street and everything else. You have to pay them by the hour, okay? You have to do a lot of paying to make a good documentary, okay? I mean, yeah, you could take a regular camera, one of the small little recording cameras, go out there, do this, but what do you expect to get from it? You're not going to get the quality that you need. You're not going to be able to do what you have to do or nothing else, because you have to shut down Elm Street, okay? And they're not going to shut down Elm Street and say, here you go, just shut down Elm Street. We're going to do it for you for free. Nobody does that for free anymore nowadays society, okay? Because I'm not even going to get paid out of it, okay? I figured out a budget, what it's going to cost us to get the documentary done. And that's the cheapest one. That's the cheapest one I can do, okay? Like I said, if you can't afford it, maybe your friend can afford it, or a relative or anything else like that, because a documentary does need to be made. A proper one, a right documentary made. No editing, no cutting nothing out, no, just talking, okay? I only want to tell you and explain to you, but I also want to show you, okay? This documentary is going to be the best documentary can ever possibly put together. I got other people coming on board, which is going to help me promote this documentary when it's done. They're going to help me make the documentary. They're going to help me get it all properly done. Okay, I got people coming on board that's going to help me get the permits I need and everything else. They're all donating their time as well. Okay, because to pay them, I would have to ask for a lot more. But they're doing it for their time too, because they want this documentary done too. So they're going to donate their time and help us doing it. Just like I put out there, whoever wants to be in the documentary, okay, I'm going to give you the time and the locations where we're going to be at, when we're going to do our filming and do, record all this. If you want to, you come on down. Be a part of history being made. You could take part in that. You could take part in being, doing our test that we want to do, where we're going to place men on the stairwell there, the stair-ups between the fence and the Pelagora there. Okay, I want to place people there, the people in certain locations, Newman's in their location stuff. See if a guy could have a clear shot from the picket fence area. We're going to go behind that picket fence area. We're going to go different angles, okay, by the picket fence area to see if a clear shot can be made there. We're going to take, and we're going to actually get frames of Zapruder film. And we're going to line up where each shot took place so we can mark that location of where each shot took place. We're also going to mark exactly where the fatal headshot took place at. Because there's stories out there, so well, it's further down or it's further up. We're going to actually line up the Zapruder frame and pinpoint exactly where the fatal headshot took place. There's a lot of things we're going to do. There's a lot of things I have planned. I have a whole list of everything that I want to accomplish when we go to Dallas. Okay, like I said, I want to get the sniper's views. I want to get the different angles, show people from the angle. I already bought a scope. We already got a camera. Okay, I already ordered a camera. Okay, for the scope, which is a 4K camera. I ordered it for the scope so we could hook it up, so we could have a sniper's view. Okay, from them locations. Okay, we're going to move the car. I'm going to try to contact somebody, if I can, who has a replica of JFK's limo, which I want to see if he'll, donate his time or whatever, so we can do this documentary where we can move the car as these shots are being taken place and see if it can actually be taken place from this location or that location. Okay, These are things I want to do. I want to put the JFK's limo there. I want to put follow-up car there. I want to put another follow-up car because I want to have people standing in these locations and see where the clear shots can come from. Okay, whether it's from the back or whether it's from the front or whether it's from this location. Because, like I said, you know, there's a lot more false stories coming out there. Now they got somebody placed, like I said, J.D. Tippit. They got J.D. Tippit now as the assassin of shooting JFK. Now there's another story that someone posted out there to where they said, well, by the evidence and stuff like that, the assassin that took the shot to JFK, the fatal headshot to JFK, was standing next to James Tigg. Okay, now, see, that's what I'm saying. These lot of false claims and stuff are being made because not a proper documentary has ever been made in the JFK assassination. Because they don't want that proper one out there. Because once you put a proper documentary out there and you have people's true testimonies, the full uncut version of their testimonies, then you place the snipers where they're supposed to be at and everything else, you're going to see for yourself. Okay, if you can't make it to Dallas, okay, say if you live overseas and stuff like that, you can't make it to Dallas and see this for yourself and stuff. And this documentary, you're going to be able to see it. You wouldn't have to worry about going to Dallas now because you're going to be able to see them angles that they claim that the gunman took this shot from. And you're going to see, well, it can't be done. You're going to see the angles that where I found the gunman at. We're going to go to them locations as well. I want to climb on a rooftop of the county records building. I want to put laser pointers out there. I want to show people where these shots took place at, where these shots came to rest, and what location these shots come from. Because that's the only way we're going to do it, is if we do it the proper way. There was never done a proper way to it. There's been investigations, but that's all they are, is investigations. But they've never done it the proper way because they don't know what they was looking at. They're working everything they're working on as a theory. Okay, we're going to put the theories to the test. We're going to put reality back into it. So don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget the subscribe button, don't forget to tell your friends about us. And in the description down below, you're going to find the location and the site where you can make donations. Like I said, $1, $2, it doesn't matter. Tell your friends about us, share this video. Thank you and have a pleasant day.